Take it away, Donald and Elena.
Good morning and afternoon, everybody, from me, Don Ruthroff, principal at Dahlin Architecture Planning here in California, and my fabulous co-presenter, Miss Elena Money Garman of Garman
Hey, everybody.
Homes. Elena's over in the Raleigh-Durham market, and
Yeah.
we're here to talk to you about first impressions, self-floor plans, elevations, and memory points. So this was here's our information. Should you ever want to find out who we are, look quick. We'll zip by it.
Read fast.
We have the NAHB disclaimer. All this material has nothing to do with NAHB. How's that? Just check it out. It's important. So Elena and I were talking about this in the initial idea for this presentation was, gosh, projects can take 4 or 5 or 7 or 10 years to get from the first time you think about it to the moment that you're going to sell it, and then buyers make decisions in about 10 seconds when they walk in the door. So we initially called it 10 years to 10 seconds, but that seemed a little esoteric. So these are our thoughts on what's important. How do we catch a home buyer in a very intentional way?
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the reasons I thought about Elena when I was thinking about this topic is I think what she has a really magic touch at catching people's eye. And so we're going to start off. We have what we kind of grouped it into five topics, and here we go. We have 5 topics in 15 minutes. Good luck. Follow along.
You can do it.
So here we go. First thing off is greet your home buyers. Wow, what a concept, huh? So Elena, how are some of the ways you guys do that at Garmin and Fresh Paint and Nonfiction?
Thanks, Don. So this is a Fresh Paint streetscape, and I think when you're talking about that, grabbing somebody's attention within 10 seconds, a colorful, bright, bold streetscape is one of the ways we do that, with bright doors. We're looking to capture people's personalities and separate us from the sea of sameness or the sea of beigeness, as it usually is. So this is a sub 300 price point here in North Carolina. So for us, it's about grabbing their attention. And then for me personally, it's always about how to get them engaged with the story we're trying to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing you guys do a really great job is the big front porch, and that we know. Elaine and I were involved. I should say, Garmin and Dahlin and a couple other companies were involved in doing a survey during the pandemic called the America at Home Study. And one of the things we found in that study is the resurgence of the front porch as the new kind of public living room of your house. If you think about it, it needs to be big enough to merchandise. You guys do a great job of merchandising these, but it gives you the opportunity to meet those public people coming to your home without them coming into the home. If it's furnishable, you can create that kind of outdoor living room right at the front of your house.
Right, and it's a safe space. And one of the responses, the highest response, is looking for a place of safety. So front porches have always been important to all of us as designers, but I think now they are essential for engaging safely with neighbors, which we're so desperate for.
Right. And this is a project here on the West Coast, and I picked it when we were talking about creating that safe space and that kind of front living room. This is a way to do it without it being a kind of the traditional front porch, but it's that front patio and that front space that is a part of the entry sequence to the home. You can see there on the right in the upper picture, it's furnished. It's right there by the front door, and I can imagine greeting your favorite neighbor there and having you could even offer them a drink or whatever and have a cocktail and a chat without them coming into your home itself. And you can see it in the picture on the right. It's on the corner of the street, so you've got the public sidewalk, and you've got this space where you kind of have that protected area, but it still is very public. So it's kind of splitting both those desires from what we've seen in the study.
And it's beautiful. It's immediately engaging. Like, I want to go in there. I would just want to jump in the picture. This one too.
So, well, yes, I love this shot. This is one of the BALA winners this year. But so we're talking about enticing homeowners. So it's bringing them into your house and creating those. I'm loath to call them, but it is the favorite term, memory points. You know, it's that magic. It's what I was talking about with Elena, and these are two that I think of when I think of Elena and the stuff that they do.
Well, this is hats off to our team who created this cottage. We created a cottage collection for Chatham Park in Pittsboro, North Carolina. It is a pocket neighborhood of cottage homes, 31 cottage homes inside a large master plan community. And they all sold out this year. But all the plans were named for comforts and really like comfort food. So this is the apple pie floor plan. And one of the memory points, one of the ways we entice or give evidence that we have all these thoughtful details in our homes is the windowsill that you see in that picture above the sink is large enough for an apple pie. It's deep enough.
You look
so
real close, you can see it.
Yeah, you can see the pie plate there to demonstrate. We can't actually put a pie there because it's not safe. But the having the pie there, it's sort of what we're trying to do too is get that story point to stick with the home buyer and think like, oh, okay, as I was glazing over looking at all these homes, this was really a fun memory point. And who doesn't love or know the smell of an apple pie and how much comfort that offers? So right around the corner from that windowsill are these stair risers. Now this plan is about 1,200 square feet. These plans range from 800 to 1,300 square feet. And they're single family. And these stair risers, because we were going in such a smaller square footage, at least for our area, we made the stair risers into drawers to demonstrate additional hidden storage, to also entice, engage, provide a memory point for these home buyers because they remember the drawers. People love the drawers.
Well, and storage. We saw that in the study. It's a huge thing. And so in a small footprint, magic finding that little bit of extra storage. I think this is a great concept you guys did.
Well, thank you.
Tell us about it.
So this is the paper floor plan from our Rochambeau collection. This is a model in Wendell Falls in Wendell, North Carolina. It's a Newland community. And the collection is called Rochambeau for the game Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot. And the plans are named Rock, Paper, Scissors, and Shoot. We had a little dilemma about shoot, but we got over it. So this is the paper floor plan, and we had to complete this model over 2020. And so in keeping with the times, we ordered everything for this model from Amazon Home. Cool. For a lot of reasons. Number one, it was the safest. Number two, we could demonstrate a different level of attainability to the home buyer. When people walk into model homes, they always want to know, where did you get this? Where did they get this? I love this. And this gives them another level of accessibility and attainability because they have access to all of this just like we do. But you can see how you can see right through the floor plan, and we're demonstrating work from home in a few different spots as well as school from home. And so you'll see those two little school places right in the open living space on the first floor. And then we tried to incorporate some more play space into the bedroom. This home, Dawn knows me very well, and I always articulate the family who's living inside the home with a lot of precision. So this is a same-sex female couple who owns this model home, and they have twin daughters. And so the twin daughters were inspired by the daughters of the sales agents in this community. So their pictures are all throughout this. And we want to demonstrate as much of real life and story as we can when someone comes into our model.
Yeah, I think that's a real key to how you do this and why you're so successful is you tell the story. And we know that storytelling is so important in design, and it's so important in reaching the home buyer.
Yeah, I really love it.
I love the idea of retail decorating. I just think that's so magic because it is. We sell the dream, and what happens if you sell the dream and nobody can find the pieces you used to sell the dream, right? So I think that's really cool.
Thank
So next is wow home buyers. Yeah, that maybe seems obvious, but I think sometimes we miss it. And I picked this picture because for me, this house it's a 3-story house. And so you're already overcoming the fact that you're asking somebody to live on the second floor. And when I walked into this space, I was like, oh my gosh, this seems like it seems so big. It feels so big because there's windows on all sides. There's big windows down there at the end in the kitchen where we might have in other occurrences made those windows smaller to have more cabinet space. We made the decision to make those bigger so that this space felt big and long and huge. And I think that is that wow moment. You get to the top of the stairs and you go, wow, this is okay. I can see myself in this space.
For sure, especially that floor to ceiling cabinet, or that, that long cabinet on the end, the pantry
Mhm.
cabinet.
Yeah.
It's really substantial. I think you nailed it.
Yeah. This is another one of yours that I think is so charming.
So this is another wow. This is a home from a few years ago. We got to build a charity home for Duke Children's Hospital, and we decided to build a secret room in the home on the second floor. It was
Love it.
behind a bookcase, and the home gave back $250,000 to Duke Children's Hospital. What was really fun was this room was dedicated to the families of Duke Children's Hospital, and the neighborhood decorated the tiles that are in the back of those bookcases. And so people from the neighborhood was sort of dedicating this room to all the people who have had stays at Duke Children's Hospital. And we wanted this room to be this sanctuary for families. Like, if you get to come home and you're the lucky ones, we wanted to create a space just for them. So that was the genesis of the secret room. This is actually published in Chapel Hill Magazine because this family, when they made a bid on this home, did not know about this home's legacy. They did not know this home was going to give $250,000 to Duke Children's Hospital. And when we told them, the dad, he broke down in tears. Both of his kids were born in NICUs at Northwestern Hospital, actually. But without NICUs, he wouldn't have, these kids would not be as healthy as they were and enjoying this house. So it was a really special moment for us. And just trying to find that magic moment between the intention we put out with our design and trying to make it really thoughtful. And then receiving that in return was really special moment for us.
Cool. Very cool. So enlighten home buyers. So you might go, wait, what are you talking about? So I twisted the words a bit. Enlighten in that we need to bring light into the space. And, there's a magic around windows. I think we often make a value decision to make windows smaller. And, I encourage you to find that opportunity to make the big window, because if you look at this space, this is 2 directions in the same space. We snuck in some small windows along the edge, kind of on the passive side of the house, but it brings a little fill light in the backside, and it makes the space magic. It makes it feel so light and light and airy, another one of my favorites.
But it doesn't betray your privacy either.
And it doesn't give away your privacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's so special about those windows is you don't want to feel like you're in a fishbowl, but
Right.
it's going to be light filled and beautiful.
Yeah. Then the last one is delight your home buyers. And I picked, this is another one of the BALA winners. So this is the selling the dream moment. This is a juice bar that somebody put in a model home, which I was just like, oh my gosh, how amazing. Of course it's a huge house. I mean, we aren't, doesn't address the attainability, but
No.
It is. But the idea, you can, this is a big idea, but you can take that and make it a small idea.
Yeah.
I use these, there's a bunch of outdoor images and in these next 2 slides, what I love about the one with the stair is it's just kind of that magic. It's seeing through the house. It's using the stair as a piece of architecture. And, it's an aggressive choice, but if you look around the room, there's not a whole lot of detail going on. And so you have that kind of one magic, oh my gosh, And that to me brings the light. The outdoor space on the right is a space that was in a model home that I had the pleasure of doing for Cal Atlantic years ago. But I still use this image because I can remember walking into the model and you could see out into this space and you could see the lights and and it was like, oh, this is really nice. It's really charming. And then these last two are outdoor spaces because I think they often are the space we overlook. We spend a lot of time merchandising the interior and we get to the outside and we throw a couple of chairs out there. It's like if you have some attention around it, you can really delight a home buyer in a way that is different.
And again, these are essential spaces for us right now. These are the only
Absolutely.
safe places to do socially distanced entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was it. We ran through our 15 minutes and we're actually at 16 minutes. Thank you for showing up.
Okay.
We appreciate all of you. That went really fast.
Thank you guys so much for having us.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.